Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode, take two. I started this video earlier, and I actually made a boo-boo in a couple of these, well, actually in all of them. A couple of them, there was two boo-boos. So I had to stop the video, delete it, fix the boo-boos, and now I'm back. That's one fun thing about making a video. If you see something just isn't right, you can stop the video and either fix the boo-boo and continue or start all over. I started all over. Anyways, welcome to another episode. Thanks for visiting and spending some time with me. Now, as you know, I'm doing a bunch of mini journals. The last pack there was 4. This pack there was 5. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I have these little packs. Each one has a different white and gold pattern. Yeah, the numbers are upside down because I did the envelopes before I put the cards in. Anyways, whatever. I could just shake it like this and then have it the right way. For those of you who are picky, including myself. And then this will be number 2 there. So 1, 2 is the one I'm working on. Then there's number 3, 4, and 5. Circles, dots, flowers. This one is mountains. And the one I'm working on is stripes. So the last pack, there was only 4 mini journals. This one was 5. And, oops, sorry. I just bumped it with my head because you're right under my head. All right, I think that's good. That's somewhat centered. Yeah, so I think all the others are 5 also. 5 is harder to do. I know it's only one different, but anyways. So, now with every group, I'm trying to do something different. Now, the first group of 4 was just basic. This one, I included a flag and well, the flag is the closure. It's a big paper clip, and it goes around the whole book. So this is how you can keep it together. And then this is more like a bookmarker. So on any page, you know, you can, well, it can be done. You can even put it on the side higher up if you want it to. And then you have, you know what I mean? Like, because it's a paper clip, it's not permanent. You can play around with it. Or if you prefer it on the top, you know. There are other ribbons on this one. Not all of them are the same. So anyway, so I just did something plain and basic. With the other ones, I did the liquid pearls on the cover. So with this one, I didn't want to do liquid pearls because that was for that one. And so I decided to use flowers with a gem or pearl. So this is the flag I made. And all it is a strip of paper. You fold it over and you glue it together, and then you just cut this part. I marked where the middle was on the border, like right on the edge. I marked with a pencil where the middle is because that part's being cut off anyways, right? And then I just cut and eyeballed where the middle was. I cut this way, and then I turned it around and cut this way. And that's all it is. But you have to put it on the paper clip before you glue it and cut it. And then I just put a little sticker I made. And then that was a ticket that I printed from online. This is just a bunch of ribbon. A bunch of them are ribbon. There's a couple that are not, and I'll tell you about it when I get there. And then on this one, I didn't go through the whole book. I just did the front cover and the back cover and the middle. So here, the front cover. This is another one that I created. Oh, and so is this one. Both of these I created. So there. And then in the back, I decided on this one I was going to do envelopes. So there's 3 things I've added to this one. The flag, the ribbon bookmarker, and the envelope. And then you just have one that I see, that's also my paper. I got to do more of those. I really enjoyed that. And then in the middle, I took an index card. Now, if it wasn't an index card and it was thinner, I would have just folded that part in. But because it was an index card, which is already thick, and I knew I was going to glue it shut, I cut it off and then I glued it shut. This is to hide the binding. So inside of this index card has the binding, the knots and everything. So when you put this in, you could bump into it and then you'll know you've hit it. So here I just did a gold card with an angel on it. Nothing in the back. This is a bingo with a butterfly. Oh, and this is part of an Alice in Wonderland. It's one of my online subscriptions. I don't remember which one though. Sorry. But yeah. And then that one. Actually, I'm wondering if it was Tara. Artsy something. Hold on. Tara Jacobson? Is that it? Artsy something. Artsy Fartsy Life. Let me just check. I have my laptop. Yeah, Tara Jacobson. It might have been from her. Because I have a monthly subscription from her too. But don't take me for 100%. Oh, I forgot to do the corner on this one. I am not very good at remembering these things. It's just because I did the decorative paper and then I forgot to cut the corner. But anyway, so this might have been a printable from her. And then bingo, which I think was, I Googled this one. And then that. Yeah, sometimes you can Google like bingo cards and then it'll come up images. And then from those images, you can then print it. The only thing is, remember, when you do this kind of stuff, there are copyright laws. And so you have to be careful. I'm not selling any of mine. Mine are just for fun. So if you're going to sell it, you have to go to their website and read what the copyright laws are for them. Anyway, so that is that one. And this is blue, blue. There's blue in the middle. It's kind of like a blue-green. Flag is blue. But one thing you'll notice with my journals, even though I pick a color, the color is more to fall back on. I will like pick a color or a theme, but I won't stick to it. I'll put other things just because I like color and I like variety and I like fun stuff. Like I don't like it too busy. Like the cover is fine. It's like, oh, I wonder what's in there, you know, gets the excitement going. And then you open it up. And then here I got the bunnies. I've got the lady. Put a little ribbon on that. Well, that's a big ribbon. I think that's the biggest one I used. And then in the back, oh, flowers. Look at that. It's hibiscus. And this one, instead of putting something that's a tag, I decided to take this card I had. I backed it. The Princess and the Fairy. when I was doing this, I'm like, oh, I like that. The Princess and the Fairy. What kind of story? And then I started creating a story from this. Like, this stuff is so much fun. But anyways, and then I put a bunny because putting it in there, I was having trouble getting it out. And I thought, oh, I could put a little piece of paper and staple it and make it like a tag. And so, you know what I mean? It's easy to take in and out. But I kept having to cut this shorter and shorter because I had to make sure the flap would close. So there's a lot of things to think of when you're doing this kind of stuff. And then here I did Dream with the roses. It's that V word. What kind of paper? It's almost like a plasticky paper that's kind of transparent. You know, after I finish this video, I'm going to remember what it's called. I can't remember right now. But anyways, I backed it onto a book page. And then I cut it out. And I stuck it on here. And I put the word dream. And then, oh, you can write on the back. And then I went to put it in here and it wouldn't fit. And I'm like, no. And then I looked, oh, there's room. So I took a little sliver off both sides in order for it to fit. Like it barely fits. You know what I mean? So that's something I didn't even think of checking. And this one has a flower on the back. And then, I don't know, it kind of looks Easter-like. Yeah, that on the front. And then I did the tag at a little angle so it shows the two blues. And again, another ribbon. I showed you that one already. And that one. And the flowers on that side, so the bow goes on this side. And there we go. Little flag to hold it together. Number 2. Oh, that one says good things take time. Because it's a flower, right? And it takes time to grow. Good things take time. And this one, be true to you. It's like the bird bringing you a message. Be true to yourself. And then it's just this. Now, these that are very square and have the long, these are actually clothing tags. This is clothing tag from Walmart. And then this was another monthly subscription. I think this was the Paper Outpost. And that's another one of my papers. I did a stamp. And then I thought that was nice tropical feel. And there's my hibiscus again too. And then this ribbon is not a material one. This is more the type like on presents. But it still works. I wanted the blue. And then the back has this one. Oh, that's also from the Paper Outpost. It's actually quite a bit taller. I cut it down for it to fit the envelope. But then I realized with the ribbon, it wasn't fitting. It's actually sticking out a bit. If I would have made the flap just like a little bit, the fold a little bit higher, it would have fit. But then the ribbon might have gotten crushed, right? So this one just happened to be folded this way. The envelope, the ones I made. And there's a video on how I made these. And they're just basic fold and glue. You know what I mean? Like you just glue both flaps on the bottom. You take a 6x6 and cut it across the paper. And then you put the two flaps in and you glue both flaps. And then you just cut out a little notch here. And you punch, or you know, like the corner round, punch, fold it down, and there's an envelope. Very simple. Nothing fancy. You don't need it fancy. Oh, and this one I do have a slot in the back. Actually, I think on all of them I did that. Where you can actually put something in the back. Okay? I didn't put anything on any of them. I left it for you to discover. And then in the middle, I got these two. So it's an advertisement with a flower and a butterfly. It's an iris and a butterfly. And then here's just an advertisement. And then this one. There's always a reason to smile. That's a stamp I have, so I can make thousands of these. It's a stamp that I did on copy dyed paper. So what I might do is, I have some stamps with words. I might take a printer paper and do it like a whole page of this and a whole page of something else, so that I have a whole bunch of them. And then when I go to, like, that'll be my masterboard. And then when I go to photocopy it, I can do it on colored paper. I can do it on a copy dyed paper. I could do it on anything, right? As long as it's not too dark. Yeah, so, and then I put that there. It says joy. Did I do it upside down? No. Anyways, it's joy. Yeah, and that one for you. And again, I like to put, if there's a square one, I like to put the tag one at an angle. Anyway, so that's another one. Now, if there's any parts of this that you would like me to do a video on, I can. Just let me know in the comments down below. And like, the flags are easy. I'll probably be a 10-minute video, knowing me, the way I talk. Plus, I'll probably want to do a whole bunch of them. It might be 20-minute video, but still, like, they don't take long. All right, so this one says, shine like the stars. Oh, I did it on all of them. I put a little word. Oh, nice. All right, so then that's the purple. I have a pink one, but it was too thick and bulky. See, I have these pink ones, but it's made on felt paper, on felt. But it's a real thick felt. It's not very thin. It's really thick. So I didn't, like with the paper clip, you can't use this. Like, if I didn't have the paper clip, I could easily have put one of these on. What I might do is trace it out, take one apart, and trace the two layers, and like on cardboard, and then cut it out and use it on felt, because I have a bunch of felt. So I could create my own even. And then buttons, well, everybody has 1,001 buttons. Anyways, yeah, so this one is the thickest I was willing to go, this material one. And then this one I doubled up. I used this one and this one. So I took one of these and I put it on top of one of these. That's why there's a white backing on it. I put a layer of this and then I put that on top of it and then glued it onto here. So the ones with the white backing, it's actually 2 layers. I think it's only on these two I did that. Yeah, because the other one is just plain on a large label, right? And then these two are the purple ones. So these two are the only one I did the white backing. All right, what did I do in here? Oh, there's a tag. This is a tag I created. And I did a stamp. But, yeah. With a label. Again, this is wrapping ribbon for wrapping presents. And then what did I do in here? Nice ribbon. Oh, it's a tiny little one. That's a peony. And a rose. And a pretty ribbon. Okay, what did I do here? Another advertisement. You know, this paper makes me think of my master board when I took a 12 by 12 and I glued down a bunch of scraps. That's what this looks like, because that's one paper, that's a different paper, and that's a different paper. And then here, this is a different paper from there. It's only the two, though. There's no third one in the middle. Here, there's a third one in the middle. But yeah, and then I put advertisements on both sides. But yeah, that gives you the idea of collaging with the papers, with your scraps. And then that one, this is my paper. And this I printed online. This is from online. And again, the tag at an angle, a card all the way up. And there we go. And that's another one I did. Oh, and the pages. So I picked a color page. Then I did my graph paper. Then on these, I did an invoice. And then a solid color paper. This is the origami paper. Doesn't feel that thin. So I'm wondering if I have some that's not considered origami paper. But anyways, it's the solid. And then, of course, the lined paper. And then printer paper that I cut down to size. And then a message memo. While you were out. Yeah. And then I did an index card. And the reason why I cut it so it would be easier to go in. But I chose to glue it because this is the binding, the ribbon, right? I feel like I've already said that. I may be repeating myself. Okay, the flowers on that side. That goes on that side. There we go. Yeah, that was the first flag I made. And when I put the flamingo on, I saw the white edging. I'm like, oh, I can't use that. It has a white edging on it. But I had already done this one, right? So then the other ones don't have that. But I just love the idea of the flamingo. And I really didn't want to cut it all the way out. Like, I already had it on there, so it would have been too late. But, oh, I got to find the printouts of flamingos. Mind you, the neck would be hard to cut. Shine like the stars. Okay, one more. How long has it been? Oh, 22 minutes, not bad. Hopefully I didn't get my head in the camera. So there's the double one again. Oh, and this, I wanted to show you. You know how I was saying some... Hold on. Like the way I got this, it was this there. And then it was another one like this. And it was like 3 or 4 on a page. And basically what you're supposed to do is cut it out. And then, like, I think it may have been like square. I chose to fussy cut the leaves and the butterfly. But anyways, and then you were supposed to fold it over and glue it together. But I didn't like that idea. I think it had to do with the leaves. Oh no. See? Here's a double leaf, single, double. No, it was made to fold over. And that's what you were supposed to do. And that's what I did with these guys. Whoop, not that. Wasn't there another one? Oh, maybe I used the other one. See, you're supposed to fold it over. So you have the mirror image on the other side. But the writing is still proper. It's only the flower that got flipped and the butterfly. In order to glue it together. So maybe you are supposed to fussy cut. Anyways, but then when I got to this one, I'm like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, and then there's this one too. Same thing. There's 3 of them like that. And then I thought, wait a minute. If I cut it on the bottom and just back it with something, I could have more of them. See, you can tell the flower is mirror image. Anyway, so I got 2 of these, but I only have 1 of these because I actually folded it like you're supposed to. And once you glue it, you can't undo it, right? So, yeah. I wish I could remember where I got these from. I don't know if it was a subscription or if I found it online. But like I said, I don't sell my journal, so it doesn't matter if it's something with copyright laws. So, yeah, I just play and have fun. Anyway, so what did I do with all my things now? Oh, no. Okay, I got it. That was supposed to go back in there. All right, and then in the back, oh, isn't that pretty? I love that paper. That's so pretty. And it's the whole page is like that. It's just floating flowers. And then this one, it was too tall. I could put it that way like I did the other one, and then that way that hangs out. And it says thank you. Oh, this was another one I did. Oh, the first few months of discovering this, I was toying around. And that's a distressed ink. I didn't have a dauber at that time. So I just took the whole ink, the little square distressed ink, and I just went like this over the page. Oh, I guess here I did up and down. And then I went that way. Because I didn't have a dauber at that point. And this was one of my early stamps I got. And then, of course, a date stamp again. So I think I'm going to put it this way. I don't know why I didn't before. Maybe I just wanted to see if it would fit. But I kind of like when there's a bunch sticking out here. And this one isn't sticking out. So, yeah, you green, brown. And that's green. And then in the middle, what did I do in the middle? You got an owl with a fleur-de-lis. Nothing on the back. There's a butterfly. It's 3 layers of paper. This is a stamp I have, and then part of a, I don't know, it could be ephemera, it could be embellishment, I don't know. But, oh, there's another one they didn't cut proper on the machine. Oh, well. Yeah, so I just cut it in half, and it's only half of it. It's actually a lot longer. And then I just put that purple on green. Isn't that pretty? I love these. And I love coloring them in. I colored it in. I've got all colored ones. Anyways, this one I was lucky. It did fit. And this one has a brown ribbon. I don't know why. I just wanted something different. Like I said, I start with a theme. In this case, it was green. Like a blue-green. Same as this, but lighter. See if you look at it. It's the same color, just this is darker. This is lighter. And then I threw in some brown. Why not? Anyways. And then the paper clip is also green. There. And that's the last one. So that's pack number 2. Hopefully it gives you some ideas if you're doing journaling. So next week I'll do pack number 3. And the things I put in this, like this thing, and the middle envelope, the index card, I did it on this 5. I'm not going to do it on any of the other ones. So every group of books I do, there's going to be 5 different styles, right? Because there's 5 different papers. So I'm going to have 5 different styles at the end of it all. So let's see what I can come up with next week. Or who knows, if we get lucky, maybe the end of this week. Last week I did the Dollarama haul, And I was distracted. What happened during the week? There was something that happened during the week. And oh, I did all the plants outside to pot it up from the smaller pot to the bigger pots. And I had the squirrel issue again. Oh, squirrel issue. You know what? Something I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but I should have known. It should have dawned on me. Cayenne pepper. You can buy that stuff by the bulk. Put it in a shaker and just shake it all around your plants. Or all along the border of the deck, like where the railing is. I did that. I have not seen the squirrel, and it's been about 5, maybe even 6 days now. No squirrel. Cayenne pepper. Spoke to my friend in Montreal, and she's the one that said it. She's like, use black pepper. And I'm like, oh, cayenne. And she's like, yeah, that'll work too. So I guess squirrels don't like anything spicy. So if any of you are gardeners and need to, find a way to get rid of them, try cayenne pepper. Or if you grind up chili pepper or black pepper, if you grow jalapenos, dehydrate some of them and grind them up. Like anything spicy. But it has to be in a powder form, right? And then if it rains or after a few waterings, like after 2-3 days of watering your plants, the cayenne will be deep enough in the ground, or it'll be in the soil, in my case in the pots, and it won't be as effective anymore. So if it rains, you reapply it. If you unless you put it around the base of your plant or on the leaves, then if you water excuse me, under the plants, like in a circle, like quite a bit away, the cayenne will still be like under the plant. Or if some of you have like soaker hoses that go in a line and then like they're pretty straight, anything in between that should be fine. If you only have to apply it maybe weekly at that point. But yeah, that's another idea. For those of you who garden and have issues with the squirrels, chipmunks, whatever, I think she had a chipmunk problem and it worked. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. And please like, subscribe, and comment down below. You know what? Comment about other ideas of things I can do. I have 2 ideas for next week already, but throw down those ideas of things I can do on these mini journals. I am using this opportunity of doing these mini journals to see the difference doing small journals and then doing large journals. There's certain things in the large journals that I don't think you can do in the mini journals. So, this is all a learning curve, right? Something I'm documenting, I can refer back to in the future even. If you need ideas, you refer back to it. All right, everybody. Take care. Love you guys. Bye for now.